Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. I am Brenda Sellers, and I'm here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Thank you for coming back to see what we're making tonight. I'm going to do an example of one of my classes. Well, ish. We're going to make 5 cards. So for this one, if you make a purchase of $35, I will send you the cardstock and designer series paper and the things to make it. I can't stamp and I can't send you the stamped images. So you can get everything except for stamping on it. So if you want to make it exactly like this one or these cards, I'm going to show you 5 tonight. Um, Typically in my class, the in-person classes, we do 3 designs and we make 2 of each one. So anytime you want to come and join a class in person, those are the classes that I host here at my home in my little big craft room. For some people, it's big. Some people, it's small, but I enjoy my space, and the girls that come with me, they enjoy it too. So you're welcome to come. Just let me know. Make sure that you're on my email list, and you'll get all of that information. And my goal is to try to start doing some Facebook events too, so you can see that. Anyway, you came tonight to see what we're making. We're going to with Fern and Flora. And I'll be honest, I was not really excited about it when I got it. It's like, it's green. It's a lot of green. Some green, green. But when I started playing with the designer series paper, I'm going to tell you, I fell in love and I can't stop playing with it to the point that I've ordered more paper. So we're playing with Fern and Flora, and I used Stylish Shapes dies for one, and I used a punch, well, 2 different punches, because I also used banner sayings, a little small phrase. So, you ready to see what we're making tonight? Come on, let me share my screen and we'll get started. All right, here's Fern and Flora. We're using more of the sentiments and this little friend instead of these, just because the paper is doing a lot of the work. All right, let's get started. Let me put these where I can still reach if I need. We're going to start with a simple card first. And during my classes, I'll just do it like class and we will go from there. Okay? So we're going to start with this pack. And we need our scrap. Let's use that. Here's the sample card. I love the golden glow flowers in that. It just makes it pop. So there's that card. Let's put that to the top. In card class, your packet would include 2 sheets of thick basic white, 8.5, 5.5, scored at 4.25. So we're just going to go ahead and put these together so they're not all flying around the desk. And then this piece is Golden Glow. It is 4 by 5.25. This is from the Fern and Flora Designer Series paper. It is 3 3/4 by 5. So let's add some adhesive to the back. Thank you to everyone who placed orders this week weekend during tax-free weekend. It is good, or was good, Friday to Sunday. And yes, Stampin' Up! Had things to offer for tax-free. adhesive, blenders, blender pens, the Stampin' blends, the dimensionals, foam sheets, adhesive sheets, anything sticky really. So thank you for everybody who made a purchase. Your goodie mail will be in the mail shortly. All right, there's the easy part of the card. This part is easy as well. This one is going to say thankful for you, and we are going to stamp it using Secrecy, one of my most favorite colors. And since I know we're going to use it quite a bit, I'm just going to leave it open. And I'm going to stamp it kind of right there so I know I can get the punch around it. This is Lovely Labels. I'm not even sure if it's still available. Either the punch or the dies are. I think it's the punch. If you'll hang on one second, I will check that because I absolutely love that punch. All right, let me see if I can do it this way. Yes. It always signs me out of the website. It's important that we know that if that's still available or not. Punches. A few of those. There's a new one coming. It's called the Advent Labels Punch. So it's a little bit chunkier. That's very pretty. Don't see it. Shop all. Sorry, I do feel like we need to know. It's either the and it could be retired. It sure is. Sorry, if you got it in your arsenal, use it or use the rounded rectangle. Or, I mean, I know that a lot of us hold on to our punches. So use what you've got. Play with what you have on your shelf. Order sticky stuff. Order cardstock. Where did I lose my dimensionals? Here's some. So I know that we've all got a lot of different shapes of punches on our shelf. So use what you have and just have fun. That's the important part of stamping is the camaraderie, the creativity. I absolutely love sitting at my craft table with the ladies and just having fun. All right, there's that simple card. So card number one, I am going to lay it over here with its friends. And all right, now the next one is a little tiny bit different, not much. I used the Arch dies, and I know those are still available because I just got them and started playing with them. So again, just pretty simple. I wanted to show you that you didn't have to have a punch. You could use dies. You can use your paper snips and stamp around it. So this was the same paper. It's not supposed to be. Hang on one moment. It's supposed to have the mothies on it. Here we go. It's one. So that we're playing with more of the paper. It's like, wait a minute, the back of that one looks the same. Oh, it's because it was. So any $35 or more order will get you a set of these cards to create No stamped images, but you will definitely see that the paper does all of the work for you. No stamped sentiments, because I know that you've got sentiments on your shelf that will fit in these shapes. All right, just lay it right back on there just like we did the other one. Just like so. I want it to come right here. So I'm going to make sure my straight edge is on this side. And this one is going to say, you make the world a better place. And with our foam stamps, I'm just tapping it. I'm not smashing it into that so that it does get ink on the whole thing. All right. And then hold it on there for a time or two while you chat, or you can say any little thing for affirmation, like you are wonderful. Works really well because we need that reminder sometimes. This world can be kind of harsh, and sometimes we just need the simple reminder that we are wonderful. We have family and friends, and it's a great time to be alive. Even though sometimes it feels like, oh my, it's rough out there. But you know, if you stop and take a minute and look around, you will see that somebody else is going through something too. And so that makes it a little more bearable, right? All right, this one, we are going to add some of these pretty embellishments, dewdrops, and we're going to use the white ones because I just feel like it adds a little bit of pretty to it. So I'm going to make it look like it's dripping off of that one and use that one there and put this one there, and another big one is going to go right there. All right, how's that? Can you see them? Kind of makes it look like it's got a little drop of water on the leaf. All right, that's card number 2 over here with its friends. Card number 3 is a little bit different. Yes, the designer series paper is still the spotlight of the show. We're still using basic white or card. It's like, what am I trying to say? Speak, Brenda, speak. So it's still 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. Let's get the main part of it put together, and then we're going to use our paper trimmer to give us those spaces. Like, what am I trying to say? And we are keeping track of this little guy and making sure his green lights stay on, because I was in the middle of a recording recently and I didn't even get halfway through. I finished the recording and then realized I didn't have any sound. So I get to talk to myself all over again for that one. I think sometimes, well, a lot of times, I'm one of those people who learn the hard way. You can tell me, Brenda, you should remember, check your lights, make sure your lights are on. Well, all it took was one time. I will remember to check those lights. All right, on this piece, it is a little over, it's about 2 3/4 by 4.5. We are going to cut 7/8 off of both sides. So I'm going to start with this side and move it over 7/8. So if you think of fractions pretty simply, that is 1/2 inch, which also means it is 4/8. So there's 5, 6, 7/8. That is a very easy way to do it. And this one, we need to cut 7/8 off of this side. So again, We're going to go to the 1/2 inch mark, which means it is 4/8. And we're using these longer lashes. Somebody called them that, and it's like, yep, they do kind of look like eyelashes. So we're using the longer ones in there. So we're at 4/8, 5, 6, 7, which also puts it at 1 inch over here. And that's what I want, a 1 inch piece in the middle. So there we go. I'm going to keep them in order while I move my cutting trimmer. Like, what is that thing called? It's a trimmer. And then I'm going to turn them all upside down, keep them in order, grab my adhesive, and we're going to start on the left side. And I'm going to make sure there is about equal space top, side, bottom. All right, this one I know is my larger piece. It's an inch. It's only 1/8 of an inch smaller than these two outsides. But the visual effect that it gives your eye is amazing. Something so simple. All right, I'm going to do the same. About the same on the top, side, and bottom. Add glue adhesive on this. And I'm going to show you a little trick to make sure you don't have to do this. I know some people think you can't. I mean, it's like, oh, it's got to be perfectly straight and level and get all that stuff out. No, we are making sure these two are straight across and we're eyeballing. We are not measuring anything. Can if you want, but we don't have to. And then just putting that down, and we've got equal space on both sides. How about that? That show you a neat little trick? All right, now we're going to use the Banner Sayings stamp set. And we've got Thanks a Million. And we're using a teeny tiny sliver of it's 1/2 inch basically. Banner Sayings punch. So let's stamp this again, tap it. You don't want to smash it in there. It's going to get ink where you don't want it. And keep your head out of the way and stamp down. And then you say, whatever your name happens to be is wonderful. My friend Kevin told me that. He said, say it 3 times. But he always says, say Kevin is wonderful. Well, Kevin is wonderful, but we are wonderful too. So I wanted to use the middle. It's hard to see it in the layer, so over. I want to use this one. So just sliding my piece of paper in there, lining it up. I've got about equal parts on both sides. And punch. And that's scrapping. All right. Dimensionals on the back. That is a 1/2 inch strip. When you're cutting cardstock and you are cutting for like the inside of the card, if it's a colored piece of cardstock base, it's always 4 by 5 1/4, and you wind up with a 1/2 inch strip left. This is the perfect use for all of those little scraps. And some people would say, why do you save those? Well, for this very reason. Well, do you make a lot of cards with that? Well, sometimes it depends. Don't judge me. All right, I'm going to use these little dewdrops again, and we're going to go with the green ones or whatever color that happen to be. And we're going to go here and here and one of the little ones there. How about that? They are hard to see on there because they're all green, but you can tell that they're there. All right, you ready for the next one? I think you are. This one is pretty fun. 3 cards down. We're cooking with grease. All right. You're going to say, Brenda, how on earth did you do that? Thank you for asking. I'm happy to show you. So we are starting with soft seafoam as our card base. I'm going to fold it. Same size as all the other ones, 8.5 by 4.5, 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We have a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. Becky, I turned it over just for you. Did you see that? Every time I do that, I think of you. So I will start stopping or pausing for a moment and send well wishes your way every time I do it. So you should feel the love coming to you, Miss Becky, my friend. All right, this piece is going to go right side up. These ferns look like they're going up. Some of those are the ones that caught my eye. So I'm going to make sure they go towards the top. We're going to put adhesive all over that. I guess that's, see, these little guys would be the top. Okay. We're going to follow the pattern on the back to make it be top and bottom. Not that you have to. And yes, I'm adding more adhesive on here, and you'll see why in just a second. So the easy way to get this on your card straight is to grab your paper trimmer again, and you've got a lip there or an edge. You've got a straight edge over here. So you're going to push this right up against it and right up against that one up there, and then just lay it down. And you've got it on there with no overhang if you've cut it correctly. And it looks like I did a pretty good job of that. So this is on our right, it's white on our left. Now it's time to lay these to the side and the top so we don't get them in the way. Slide up there, get our stylish shapes die. We're going to use this one. Yep. It is the third one from the outside. It's going to go right there. Bring in the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I'm telling you guys, if you don't have this, you want it. It is an amazing machine. Yes, it is a little bit of an investment. It's a big investment. But I have used this one a lot. I'm going to put it about, yep, that looks like it's almost an inch from the top. But I'm going to put it right there. These little Post-it flags work great to hold our die shapes in place. My top plate. And also, if you've seen the hot foiling system that Stampin' Up! Just came out with, I'll do a video on that soon. You have to have the larger Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine for the hot foiling system to go through. It is so much fun, and I'll just tell you, Christmas is coming. So if you don't have this, and you want the hot foiling system, and you know Christmas is coming, you can tell your loved ones to buy it for you. Say, hey, there's this cool machines that Stampin' Up! Has. I would like one for Christmas. And if they don't want to tell you what they're getting you for Christmas, have them reach out to me, and I can order it and make sure you get it. So we pop the die cut out. Now we're going to put adhesive on the back of this. See, I feel like I'm seeing squirrels, and I'm going to try to do a little bit better, but I want you to know all the fun stuff. So, and if you want to play with the hot foiling system before you commit, let me know. We'll schedule some fun. All right, bring in our card base. Put this on as a nice little layer. This can go back with its friends. This, remember, right there, we're just going to twist it and put it right back in. So let's add some adhesive. Isn't that such a simple, cool little trick? It really tricks your eye, but it is so pretty. Ruh-roh, where's all my pieces? I bet they're in another envelope over there. Hang on, one moment, please. I feel disheveled. All right, not you, you. Give me your pieces. Well, looks like we just need to cut some. All righty, what do we need? We need an olive piece for the fern. Or did we use Mossy Meadow? I'll take both. We use Mossy Meadow. Okay. Sorry about that, but you know what? That's why you've got the dies laying right here. You go right there so we don't lose you. And we need this friend. Slide over. Because that's not cutting out a specific space, I can just lay it on there without needing to use my little post-it and flags. And I should have stamped and cut the back of the piece too. Oh, my arm will get the exercise. That's coming off of there. Good. We're going to lay it right there. It's fine. And it just kind of delicately like a die cut, because it is a die cut. But I was thinking one of those prefabbed ones that you get in a kit. Just kind of, come on, delicately work its way out of there. All right. Now, this is going to get some glue on the back of it. Come on, glue. Don't be a stinker. You don't need a whole lot because you don't want to make it gush out from underneath it, but you do want enough on it to hold it on. All right, those leaves will hold it. And we're just going to lay it right here. And now we need another piece of basic white. Stamp the outline. And thankful for you. Left that ink pad over here, couldn't I? A lot of little extra wasted steps. And then right inside there, I like to stamp and then die cut or stamp and then punch so that I know where I'm die cutting. All right, we need the little friend. This piece. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on while it's right here so you can see. Just line it up like so. These do not rip the cardstock. That's why I like using them. Or you could use a regular Post-it note. That works too. All right. Could use the little one for this kind of stuff because it fits through there, but the big one's sitting out and open and ready to roll. So just gonna roll with the big one. We need some dimensionals. On our card to hide the stem. Not that you have to, but it makes it look a little more appealing. All right. And I'm going to put it kind of off to the side so I'm not covering up all of that pretty paper. All right, and now we need some twine. I'm going to tie us a little bow. My friend Chris and Chris use these to hold their twine to keep it from unraveling all over their table. It's just a plastic seasoning jar. They come in a pack of 24 from Amazon. If you are interested, let's leave those tails a little long. Glue dot. I'm going to kind of roll it a little bit so that it makes a little ball. There we go. Our twine. Stick to it. Come on, stick to it. And I'm going to put it right there. So pretty. Sorry, that's loud. So pretty, I think. All right, one more card. And see, they went from super easy to a little more, a little more, a little more, and this one's even a little more. But it's so pretty. You ready? Before that, here's the stamp set for banner sayings. All of those little sentiments fit in the punch. They're just teensy tiny. All right, here's the card we're going to make. So just a little more. There is an embossing folder that comes with this suite. I either didn't purchase it or can't find it. It's not here in my room. So it is on its way. Oh, I already stamped or cut one of those out. Look at me go. All right, but first, we're going to kind of turn this one on its face and start at the card base. 8.5, 5.5, scored at 4.25. Fold it. And we've got our pile that we're working from right there. So our inside piece is 4, 5, 5.25. And Becky, you're being thought of. I know a lot of other demonstrators do different things when they're videoing and they lose things or pop different things. So I guess that's ours. Like every time she turns an unstamped piece of cardstock to put it on her, put adhesive on it. All right, this is Old Olive, and it is also 4 by 5.25. And it goes on this layer on the front. Pretty much if you have equal parts on those three sides, this one will too. Okay. And now the next piece is, I'm thinking it's Melon Mambo. I believe it is. And then this pretty piece that had the moths on it also has this pretty design. We're going to show that design on this card. Same way, you just create your layer. Add some adhesive. And I'm only going to worry about trying to make sure I have equal here and here. I'm going to come down. I'm not worried about that. So we're going to add this. Another piece of Melon Mambo, our designer series paper. That's a pretty side, but this side's prettier for this card. I'm telling you, when I started playing with it, it had the golden glow and this pretty pink. It's like, oh my, I need. So for this one, I'm going to make sure this side and this side are about equal. All right. And then let's go ahead and put these guys on. Actually, let's punch. This has some extra little pieces that I did not pop out when I was die cutting. So let's push those through. There we go. And the rest of those are needing to be pushed out. All right. On our die cuts, I want to make sure you can see. This is a soft, smooth side, so that's the top. See that side? It's a little rougher. That's the bottom. That's the side we put adhesive on. Or if I would have been thinking, I could have put it on an adhesive sheet, and then it would have made it like a sticker. It does not want to stay in my hand. Now we got it. Correct side getting the adhesive. It's going to go there. Same with this one. You might be able to see it a little easier. This is the smooth side, so it's the top. See the difference? Adhesive back here. And it's just going to kind of curl right there. All right, and since this is already die cut, we're going to try to be very careful and stamp this outline. So bring in our secret C. And put our head in the way, sorry if it is. And see if we can line that up. Let's hope. We did. We did. Yes, I have a mouse in my pocket. Same sentiment. Thankful for you because I'm thankful for each and every one of you. I know that you can see the little chart behind me. After commissions are finalized, I will update it, but I know that some orders have gone in and it does get a little more color added to it. So I so can't wait for that. And product of the month that's coming for the month of August. Oh my goodness. It is so, so pretty. You guys, I just realized I forgot embellishments for that one, so I'll put them on at the same time. I just looked up and it's like, wait a second, I don't remember playing with those embellishments. That's because I didn't. All right, this is going to go right there. Now, embellishments. We're going to put one here and one right here. Maybe if it'll come off my finger. Yep. And one right up here. Yep. This one's got a little more silvery foil in it. So I'm going to poke it here. Do here. And I don't want to cover up that, so let's put it right there. All right, you ready to see all 5 cards? Get you back out of the way for a second. How about that? Like, let you have your spotlight too. Everybody deserves a spotlight. So you could stamp on the inside with some of the stamps from the Fern and Flora set, but not going to right now. I want all that space to be able to write. So there's card number 5. Card number 4 that we just had in here. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope that you've had a great night. If you want these 5 cards, not these particular ones that I just made, but the ones to make your own, then just place an order of $35 or more, and I will be happy to send them to you. Understand there's no stamping on it because that's one of the policies. I can't send stamped things, but I can send die cut things. So I can do that. And you can use whatever sentiment you want to use. So thank you for coming and seeing what we're making. Thank you for supporting me and my little small business, otherwise known as Jobby, you know, a job and a hobby together, Jobby. So thank you for coming, and I appreciate you all. Thank you for helping me fill in these colors. I'm at a loss for words with how appreciative to be able to get this far. So thank you. That's all. I'm going to leave it at that for tonight. I will see you on the next video. You have a great week and do something fun for yourself, and I'll see you again